Alright guys, welcome back to Seek More Outdoors. Today's Christmas Day and we're out here setting some traps in between the dinners and whatnot that we need to be going to today. But, I got about an hour or so, so I thought I'd come out and set a few traps. That way we could come back check them in the morning, see how they done, if we caught anything. But we're going to be setting 110 conibear, doing it for setting it up for squirrel. Then I've got a homemade live trap. We call them rabbit boxes, but we're gonna have it set. All you do is you've got a bait stick, and your bait stick and trigger stick is the same thing. You put that on there, make sure that door is setting pretty freely so that it falls. Whenever they go in, they hit the bait stick and then releases the door, and then they're trapped. On the back side, we just have just some wire mesh across there. Most animals ain't just going to walk up and go straight into the front. They're going to kind of crawl around on it and look at it and before they actually commit to going in. So if you leave the back open, it kind of lets them see that bait, and then they start figuring out how to get into it. But we're going to set that out. We call them rabbit boxes, but we're going to try to set it up and hopefully catch a squirrel, possibly. Also have just a small live trap. I'm sure everybody's seen these. They're pretty common. Every TSC sells them. Again, we're going to set this up, try to catch a squirrel. I've got a little place out here that, you know, I squirrel hunt at quite a bit, and I bring corn out. I put bird seed and stuff out here, so I think we got pretty good chances of catching squirrel. I actually set some dog proofs out here. I think it was last week or maybe the week before, and I think out of 3 dog proofs or 4, we caught 1 coon here. But when come time to edit the video, I screwed it up and actually deleted half of the video, so it never got posted. So we're going to trap here again today. We're going to also set probably 2 or 3 of these foothold dog proofs, and hopefully I can catch a couple. So let me get everything situated here and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, on this first set here, we're going to use this small live cage here. We're going to bait it. We're going to bait it with some peanut butter. Works pretty good. We're just going to take our stick here. Just get us a good little pile on there like that. And then we're going to take that stick. We're going to actually stab it in the ground. And then I'm going to set the cage down over top of it. Kind of see where we want it there. And then you just stick it right down in the ground. It might be a little bit long. You don't want it all the way at the top of your cage once it's stuck in the ground there. You want it to kind of be, you know, you don't want them trying to reach through and getting it. Leave that out there, kind of entice them to come in a little. So we're going to just set that just like that, then we'll set our trap here. Alright, then you just take a trap and you're going to set it right through, set the trap right through where that stick just kind of pokes through back there behind your trigger pan there. Just like that. And if you kind of put some leaves up around it a little bit just to kind of hide it. you know, kind of camouflage it a little bit, and hopefully we come back in the morning and we've got us a squirrel, or shoot, may even have a possum in there. You can't never tell. But we're gonna move to the next spot and I'll be right back with you. All right guys, for this next spot here, there's this old dead stump here and I guess a piece of the old tree that's rotted away. I've been putting bird seed out on that with sunflower seeds and stuff in it, and they have just about cleaned up all the sunflower seeds off of it. So we're gonna set that little 110 right here, and we're gonna bait it with just a small radish. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if squirrels eat radish. They may not. But that's what we're gonna bait it with and try it and see what happens. We got our 110. Get that, we need us a tie-out cable. So we're gonna take this cable and just run it around this tree here. Run it up kind of high just to take up some of the length of the cable. Run that up there and then take the tie-out chain on your trap. There's easier ways of doing this, but I just use these S-hooks and I keep bending them back and forth. They do eventually break over time, but it does the job. Probably need to order just some quick snaps or something, some little small ones. But so we're gonna get this here set. Every now and then you fiddle around and get caught in one. Luckily on these little ones they're not too bad. Let's dig around in here and find us a piece of bait here. Alright, so we got it baited up there. We're going to set this one probably getting ready to go off again. And there's what we got, guys. We're just going to leave it just like that and see what happens. We get moved over to the next spot and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, well, after looking around a little bit more at this same spot where we just set the conibear, this little area right here looks a little better for more of a blind set. So I think I'm gonna end up moving that little 110 somewhere else. We're gonna do a little blind set right here with this Duke number 2. It's a little bit bigger than what you need to be trapping raccoons and stuff, but it's what I got on hand right now, so that's what I'm gonna use. We've already got it, the trap bedded there, and all I'm gonna use is just leaves, just kind of, you know, kind of hide it in there a little bit. Not gonna do anything real fancy with hiding it. Probably should do a little better hiding it, but I think this is gonna work just fine. We'll run that cable down here. That ain't gonna be quite long enough, so we're gonna have to have a second one here. All right, I'm gonna go over here and find me a little log or something to kind of guide them into this area a little better. See what we can find real quick. All right, now we're gonna bait that. All right, so we're gonna bait it with a moon pie. I think this will work pretty good. We're just gonna kind of put it right down here. That way they have to get in this area to get to it. And hopefully that'll catch us a raccoon here. I'm gonna grab a few more sticks real quick. Just kind of block that off there a little bit and kind of get them to try to make them go where we want them to go, which will result in them, you know, stepping on our trap here. I think that'll kind of drive them right in there to where we want them. Just a little extra here to give it a little bit of scent. You know, that moon pie is going to be more of, they kind of see it or come up on it. You know, it's not really going to give off a lot of odor to draw them over here. So we're going to use some tuna fish for that. As y'all know, kind of throw some out there around on top, get him to mess around a little bit on that trap. All right, guys. Well, the only weak spot I can see is probably need to maybe block this in right here a little bit. Hopefully y'all can see me. We need to kind of block this so they don't try to come over this side to get to it. We want them to come through here, which shouldn't be that much trouble considering, you know, they're just like humans. They're going to take the path of least resistance most of the time. So they should come right in there, but we might just add a little something up here just to make sure. I'll be right back. All right, I think that right there is going to work. So we're going to go to a different spot here and set out a couple of dog proofs, and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, we made it over here to this, on down the river just a little bit. We're going to go down over the hill here. We're going to set 1 or 2 dog proofs, and then we got another live trap here for, it's a bigger one, more for coon possum size. We're going to set it. So we're going to get on down here. I think we're going to set one either on that tree or on this tree, because we got what looks to be a pretty good den tree right there for some raccoons. So we're going to set one right there by that tree, I think. I believe, yeah, I think that's going to be our best option there. There's a little salamander there. All right, so we got our dog proof here. We're gonna get it set here. Actually, I'm gonna put one of these little baits on here first. Things like these work pretty well. Gives it some good color. Got a pretty good smell to them. Almost smells like licorice or something. That's it. All we're gonna do is just stick it right there in the ground. Just like that. Get us a tie-out cable. Use some more of this tuna fish, put it around the outside here. Put a little bit of oil on that trigger just to make sure that she's good and slick. Throw a little bit of these Temptations meaty bite salmon flavored cat treats what we caught the last couple on that you seen in the last video. Just kind of put a few around here on the ground and then stuff some down in there. Again, you want to make sure they go underneath that trigger. Just like that. Guys, I don't know if I mentioned a while ago or not, but whenever you're using these snack cakes like this, or you know, stuff like this to bait traps and whatnot, make sure that whenever you bait your trash, you carry your, or bait your trash. Whenever you bait your trap, make sure to carry your trash back out. Don't leave it laying in the woods. Alright, we're going to get moved to the next spot here. I think we might get a little closer to the river this time and set one of these dog proofs. And then we still got that live trap over there. We're going to set it somewhere as well. We're going to do it exact the same way we done the last one. We're going to put some of them little, I don't know what they're called, trigger baits, I guess. We've got a different one here. Again, it's got like a licorice smell to it. We're going to put it on this one. If you're going to put these on, make sure you do it before you set your trap. Because I'm telling you, these dog proofs, when you get your hand or your finger stuck in one of them, it hurts. We'll put some more of the tuna fish around there. There's a lot of different baits and stuff out there for catching raccoons. Tuna fish is my go-to, along with something sweet. Seems to work real well, and it's fairly cheap compared to some of the baits and lures there is out there. And I've always had pretty good luck with it. Works real well. In live traps, I also have good luck using sardines. They work pretty good. Sardines and honey buns work real well for catching coons in a live trap. But they also work real well for catching possums too. So, alright guys, I think that's going to do it on that set. I'm actually going to run back up the hill here and grab that live trap. And I think we're going to go on down just a little piece and set it down there. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, we've made it to the next spot here. We're going to set that live trap right along that little dead log there. They kind of cleared out just a little. Alright, so we're using Little Debbie Swiss Rose. We're just going to get this door open. And we're just going to chuck it right back in there. I'm going to leave everything there so they got that white on the bottom side there, so we can see that. And then we're just going to set this out just like that. Kind of push some of these leaves back up around it just a little bit. Alright guys, that's going to be our set right there here, and I'll pick y'all up in the morning when we come out to check these. Should come out pretty early in the morning. I plan on putting some beaver sets over on down the river. It's probably, as a crow flies, it's about a mile from here. Going out around the road to get to it, we're probably about 6 or so miles from it. But yeah, I'll be back with you in the morning when we come out and check these traps. if I do get to go set the beaver traps, I'll bring you along for that one. And till then, I'll see you in the morning.